Hello, lords and ladies. Welcome to Westeros, and welcome back to the channel, you guys. Your liege lord is happy to bring you episode 7 of my Game of Thrones series, where we're following the story of House Fairgrave. We're on the second generation of our family, so we're on our second ruler, and he's had a pretty good time of it. I think his rule has been really good. He's made progress, he's gotten conquest, he's more impressive militarily than his father was. He's gotten more conquest, that's for sure. And he's better. He's a genius. Our last ruler was only quick, and he is a genius. He's had a very successful life so far. He's given us a great family. We have a son that's about to come of age. By the way, I got him betrothed, and I want to show you his future wife. She's pretty impressive, an impressive young lady for our son. And I want to be prepared because, remember, we got that ominous event last episode where we were riding our horse and our horse bucked and we almost fell off. But that was only event 1. There's still a part 2 to that event where something horrible is probably going to happen to us. So I was panicking a little bit between the episodes just to make sure that things were okay. Our son is going to be an adult very shortly, so he will be an adult, just in case we have to take control of him. And I got him a wife, so they should start having kids as soon as possible. I arranged a grand wedding as well, and during the grand wedding, there's a possibility that him and his wife could become soulmates. So let's hope that happens. We can set our son up nice. I'm really excited to show her to you, but before we unpause, this was really fun. I really enjoyed this, you guys. I had so much fun doing this. I had a lot of money to spend, and I didn't have a duchy building in Fair Island. Look at the duchy building I built. It's a lighthouse. I'm basically building our sigil. I promise this wasn't planned or anything. I was going through the duchy buildings, and I was like, yeah, I have a bunch of money kicking around. How should I spend it? And I was going down the list, and this showed up. Lighthouse. It is excellent. It's going to give this holding plus 1.3 gold every month. All the holdings in the duchy, so the entirety of Fair Island, is going to get a plus 10% development growth bonus. These two are not that great. Diplomatic range and embarkation costs, they're very situational, and I mean, I guess they're positive things, I guess. But the real value is coming from the money and the development growth, and at level 3, we get around 2 gold a month, and development growth in the duchy goes up to plus 30%. So I think it's going to be a worthwhile. Not only is it a great building, but it's great for role-playing. We're going to build our sigil in our realm capital. This is not going to be my realm capital forever, obviously, because if we're going to get Casterly Rock eventually, and this is going to be our realm capital. But for role-playing purposes and just for amazingness, just for awesomeness, I'm building this lighthouse. I had a great... Just making a simple decision like building a building, when I built it, I was so happy. I was like, this is perfect. I promise I didn't plan it. I didn't plan it. Now, we're over our domain limit by 1, but that's okay because we're making progress towards the next innovation, which is going to increase our domain limit. We're going to get it in 3 years, so that's no time at all. So I can stay over my domain limit for 3 years. That's not a big deal. I can tolerate that. Opinions are good. Opinions are looking pretty good. I'm currently trying to sway somebody because I don't like his opinion. This is the guy that we're fighting, the Duke of Runridge, the duchy that we're in the process of picking apart. And we're going to take this from him eventually, but he is a powerful person. He is a duke. I would rather him not be on my bad side. Let's not forget, we still have some murder schemes going on in our court, and I'm taking as many precautions as I can. My spy master is disrupting schemes, and I hired some bodyguards, but people are trying to murder me. The odds are very low, obviously. 5% is as low as you can make it, but still, I would prefer no scheme at all. So I'm kind of worrying about that. And then there's the event that's going to come upon us eventually, where something bad is going to happen to us. But I think we're going to be in a good place if and when it happens. I I challenged him to a board game to improve his opinion. Let's hope this goes well. And we got the opposite result. I was afraid of this. He became our rival instead. He took it personally. We can salvage it a little bit. We salvaged it a little bit. I'm swaying him anyway. Let's hope we bury the hatchet. That was unfortunate. Okay, on a better note, let's look at my son's betrothed. So she's pretty impressive. I like her a lot. She's got this new trait. This is a congenital trait that we don't have in our dynasty yet. We don't have one of the beauty traits. And she's also bringing an intelligence trait. It's not the best one, but at least it's something. So we want to make sure that our children at least get congenital traits of this line, like the intelligence ones. We want these definitely. It would be nice to get more, but this is the most important. So at least she's reinforcing that. And she's bringing a new one to the table. We haven't gotten a beauty trait in our line yet, so she looks pretty good with her congenital traits. I like her. Her skills are well-rounded. Her personality so far is turning out well. She's humble and zealous. She's 1 year younger than him. So she's going to be a young wife. They're going to have a bunch of children, which is really good. Considering that we only have one son, we're not having any more children. The best thing for us to do would be to secure his line of succession as well. Because if something happens to him, he will have children that it will pass to. It will stay in my direct line. So we want to get him having children as soon as possible. I arranged a grand wedding for them. So in 3 years, when she's 16, there's going to be a grand wedding, and there's a possibility during the event they can become soulmates, which just makes things even better. And I just became friends with my son. There's a good event. We're making rivals on one hand, and we're making friends on the other. He loves his dad. He loves him. And several of these witnesses to your oaths of fealty confirm that you promise to exceed your obligations, not merely match them. I finish. Lady Ibira stares back at me from across the council table, gobsmacked. Are you suggesting that the testimony of some no-name petty nobility justifies my owing our liege even more? She stutters out, still stunned by the audacity of my claim. It's a risky suggestion, but my mandate as regent demands I advance the position of my liege. So do we want to help our liege, or do we want to relieve some stress and not cause strife with my other vassals? We want to be on our vassals' good side, because eventually we want to create a claimant faction, and we're going to need their help, so we want to stay on our fellow vassals' good side. I don't care so much about my liege. He's going to hate us eventually, because we're going to be taking everything from them. But he already loves me, and he's intimidated. Let's work against my liege's interests. See? He still loves us. We're going to be working for his downfall. We've been working towards his downfall this entire time. We've been reducing his crown authority. We've been taking valuable lands away from him. He's no longer getting all the benefit from his duchy that he owns. He's the Duke of Casterly Rock, and he doesn't get to rule any of it because it's all mine. A local mystic insisted on seeing me, and upon being brought into my presence, he started wailing, and is that blood on his hands? We had a good omen. I got a medium health boost for 10 years. I spilled the intestines of a hen, and the blood showed me your future. It is glorious. I'll take the good news wherever I can get it. My wife is my regent. I was thinking about going on a pilgrimage because my son isn't a pilgrim yet, but I don't want him to... I don't want to not bring him. If I start the pilgrimage and I spend all the money and everything, and then the pilgrimage starts and then he's not with me, I would be so pissed. I don't think I'm going to risk it. I guess I can go on a... As I'm enjoying dinner and a cup full of meat, I suddenly feel a curious sensation in my throat. It doesn't take long before I am clawing at my neck trying to breathe, to scream. Really? We just had that good omen! We just had that good omen and the game killed us. As my consciousness fades, I see that there's blood and skin under my nails. I'm going to have to wash that off. How unseemly. I was killed by the guy that I was trying not to get killed by this entire time. We did everything that we could. We ended the rivalry with Martell. We became his friend. We were basically murdered by our friend. He's not my friend anymore. He's loyal, too. So basically what happened, lords and ladies, is that 5% murder scheme went through. So we were just screwed by RNG. I'm dead. We have a new ruler. Lord Ronald of the Fairlands has passed on at 48. He was murdered by Prince Merrick, the smiling son of Dorne. A conscientious man, he was renowned for his excellent skills as a steward and a ruler. Lord Robert ascends to the throne, possessing a mighty physique and exceptionally astute mind. His rule is rare to spawn both song and tale. Wow. Wow. Okay. We have some things to do. We have some important things to do right now. And I'm not married yet, which isn't good. We have to wait a few years to get married. But it's going to be a grand wedding. I need a good chancellor. I just took the throne, so I need to improve opinions. I can't afford a crappy chancellor. I need somebody good. I am being forced. Alright. Whoops. Admiral, I don't care so much about. She could do it. And Castellan is somebody that needs to be well-rounded. Do I have any secrets? I don't. We've got one more year until we come of age and we start ruling. But we've got to wait. We've got to wait 2 more years to get married. We don't need to request a loan. We're going to do domestic affairs to improve opinions. We haven't even finished our education yet. Wow. Okay. You got this. Let's check our courtiers' opinions. Courtiers like me. Vassals need work. So we're gonna host a feast. Horrible timing. I feel like we're celebrating our father's death. But work needs to be done. Is there somebody young who hates me? I think befriending this guy would be a waste because I'm going to be fighting him soon anyway. I'm fabricating a claim against him and I'm going to take all of his power from him eventually. So it's not even going to be worth befriending him. It's not going to... I care about my vassals. Let's befriend this youngin'. I'm a child. I can't plan feasts. Oh my goodness. This guy killed me. I want to get back at him and do all of that stuff, but I can't. I don't have the attention for that. I don't have the attention span. I have other things that I need to worry about. We're within our domain limit, which is nice. There's a silver lining in all of this. I can hold on to everything that my dad couldn't. And I'm still going to get this innovation in 3 years, so our domain limit will go up by 1 again. And that'll make Casterly Rock more appetizing. Alright, does our realm priest support us? He does. Protect me from schemes, Spymaster. I'm relying on you right now. I need my wife to help me with things. Let's speed to our wife. Let's speed to wifey. A niece. Let's put on all the things that my dad was using. Short reign duration, -4%. That might help him. He just took the throne. I can get this renown later. Can I sway people as a child? Yeah, I can. I'm gonna hire a spy, too. Our army is still okay. We're negative prestige. Alright, once I become an adult and once I grow up and we get married, all these problems will start taking care of themselves. I just don't want anybody scheming against me. I'll sway this guy. I'll give this guy a gift. And the rest of these people should hopefully take care of themselves over time. It's the powerful vassals that you really want to care about. I have a good amount of money. I still haven't decided my Castellan. Alright. I think we can take a breath now. I think we can take a breath and just look forward to getting married to our future wife. Now she's gregarious. She just got the gregarious trait. So she's got one more personality trait to go, but so far, she's turning out great. I've achieved an understanding of diplomacy that far exceeds that of my peers. Even though I had a natural inclination toward the subject, my mastery of it is still an achievement. My knightly training alongside this has been successful, and I have slain numerous bandits despite my youth. As I take my first steps into adulthood, I find myself reminiscing about some of the people who have made an impact on the man I have become. The friendship I shared with Benissa meant a lot to me when we were both young, and to still have her by my side means a lot. I have had memorable times with Ibera. She truly helped me understand both myself and love. I wonder if Sabitha remembers the things I put her through when we were young. So we got Formidable Fighter, and we got Grey Eminence. We got the best diplomacy lifestyle. Good. A good diplomacy lifestyle is going to help us with opinions. So we are now all grown up, and we are ruling the realm ourselves. He's already a master of diplomacy, so let's start here. Let's start in diplomacy. I want to have as many children as soon as we can, so I'm going to go into family focus. We're going to increase our diplomacy, and maybe I'll go down the family hierarchy tree. We can help ourselves with some stress relief, because remember, we're diligent and we're ambitious, and they both are negative for stress, gain, and loss. So stress is going to be an issue for this little guy. I think it would be nice to do this. Get confidants. We can befriend people better. My personal schemes are more successful. Each one of my friends gives me some random skill points. At the end, we'll get Patriarch, which increases my fertility. There's some stress loss right there. Okay, I like it. This is where we're starting, diplomacy. Time to get you married and time to dress you properly. We're going to handle this unfortunate turn of events. My dad getting murdered, we're going to turn it in our favor, and we're going to turn this bad situation into a great situation. I can't grow a beard yet. He doesn't have whiskers yet. I'm the cultural head, which is good. I'm still making all the decisions. My liege lord wants me to be his steward. That's going to be nice. Getting some responsibility at our young age. Some big responsibility. That helped us with money income a little bit. So far, so good. This guy that absolutely hates me, he's about to lose everything that he holds dear. We're finishing this Duchy of Rundridge. Let's start our rule. I don't have enough prestige. Okay, not quite yet. Not quite yet. Let's host this feast, because we're old enough now. We're old enough to drink, so that means we can hold a feast. We'll do it in the capital. I don't need to travel anywhere. These are some of my fellow vassals. Maybe I can make them one of my honorary guests. This is my vassal. I'll do this, kid. My uncle and my steward, I could befriend him. And he's my vassal. We're doing that. We're getting chummy with our uncle. All right. I'm not sure if the feud between our houses, I'm not going to continue it. I'm not going to continue it. If he's a murderer now and everybody knows it. He's been exposed. It's too late for him. He's already locked into a matrilineal marriage with my my aunt now, and they're having children, and their line is going to be the future rule. He can kick and scream all he wants. My dynasty are going to be the future rulers of Dorne, according to the line of succession, as things stand currently. Why is she still my regent? We become friends with my uncle. Perfect. We're making friends already. My marshal. Let's try to do this guy now. This bearded gentleman. Let's try to befriend him now. I'm going to end this regency. There we go. I'm ruling now. Sorry. Sorry that I forgot to do that, but it's a good thing that I caught it. Didn't realize. I thought the second I became an adult, it would have done it by itself, but I had to do it manually. Oh, no wonder my domain limit was so good. That's where it was coming from. Okay. Alright, it looks like my plan to eventually give this to a dynasty member. Is there somebody that I can land? Let's see. It's probably going to be a child. It's a 10-year-old that I have. He's turning out well so far. He's intelligent. Okay. We're making a child one of our vassals. I would prefer an adult, but he's a dynasty member. That's what matters. I'm going to be over 1 still until we get our innovation in 2 years. I can get a weak hook against this guy who hates me. He's at the feast. I don't want him to become my rival. My uncle, my new friend, just puked all over me. We can chastise him a little bit. How dare you, uncle? You're making a fool of me. I can get a weak hook on somebody. She's already my friend. So that increased our level of fame and gave us a whole bunch of prestige. So now we can declare this war. My second befriend intent didn't succeed. So all my vassals, in particular my courtly vassals, all their opinions went up. Much better. Some of these minor vassals still, a couple of them still need a little bit of work, but all the important people love me. Alright, let's get married, you two. Can't sway a child. Let's put our diplomatic chops to the test. This is what he's good at. So opinions should, in short order, not be a big deal. Still can't ally with this guy. I hope we capture this guy and imprison him, because I'm just going to execute him. Takes care of that rivalry instantly. Few men are lucky enough to have as many friends as I do. I do appreciate their support and grant them my trust equally, yet I feel that amongst all the valiant souls I count as my loyal companions in life, one understands me above all. Are we going to become best friends with somebody? I don't know how I feel about that, guys. Best friends are, I mean, it sounds like it's good on paper. It's like, oh yeah, you're getting somebody who like really loves you, but friends are enough. Like, friends are great. If you lose a best friend, if they die, which seems to be happening nowadays, people are just dying like flies. If one of them dies, that's a big stress issue for you. I don't want a best friend. I'll take some diplomacy lifestyle, please. He's not going to like that I'm fabricating a claim, but I need it. I just imprisoned my friend. She was giving me some war score, but that's okay. We're going to win right there. We didn't imprison our rival, but you know, I wanted to send him to the watch. I wanted to send him to the wall. I could have done that. So we finished another duchy, the Duchy of Runridge. I'm not going to create this duchy title yet, because obviously I can't. I'm a duke. I can't create duchy titles. Besides, if I create another duchy title and keep it, I'll be over my duchy limit. I can only hold 2 duchies at a time without being penalized. So we're not going to create any more duchies. We're just going to keep creating counts, because that's all we can do. And then we'll eventually create the dukes. Maybe we can try to become this guy's friend and end this feud that's been going on. She's chaste. That was her last one. That's not a bad trait. It reduces her fertility a little bit, but she's getting this bonus to her fertility because of her congenital trait. And we are going to do everything we can to increase our fertility. We already are because of our focus, our family focus. So we're going to have plenty of children, and we're starting young. So I foresee plenty of children in our future, even though she's chaste. She will do her duty and give me children. The control in everything is looking okay. I'm going to bestow gifts on my liege because our liege is about to take an opinion hit because we're fabricating a claim against Castle Rock. Let's butter him up a little bit, at least. I have the money to do it. Let's do our duty. Let's do our duty as a vassal. This guy is dull, but he knows how to handle a weapon. No, thank you. Not impressive enough to try to bring in. Let's see what's going on in our domain. Madgarick has an empty barony that could use either a temple or a city. Doesn't matter. Faircastle has a temple, 2 cities. Could probably do with another temple, maybe. Clifton is full up. Lannisport is definitely full up. Even these little baronies outside. So Lannisport is full. So a city or a temple, doesn't matter. Preferably a temple. Okay, so we'll ask him to build a temple. What happened? Oh, he's traveling? He's walking out on me? He's not even letting me petition him? I have to wait till he gets back. Robert's first resentment. Oh, back when you were but a little child, I'll always cherish those days, says my mother. Everything comes rushing back. I know that my father Ronald was foe to me as long as he lived. He ridiculed my childhood love of dress-up. I should have what's owed to me, or perhaps I'd best cease dwelling on the past. You owe me your wealth? I can get some money? No, I don't need that. I can get a strong hook on my mother. There's a 20% chance that we grow closer to forming a rivalry. We're currently friends. Well, we're gonna basically whine to our mother. Why did you neglect me so? Well, apparently she didn't neglect you. You're friends. What is happening right now? I just got a strong hook on my mom. We're getting closer and closer to being able to make an alliance. I'll keep checking this. It may sound weird. Why would you want an alliance with this guy? He murdered your last ruler. I know, but at the same time, to be fair, I did murder somebody on their side too, so I started the whole thing. I guess now that we're even, and I don't mind that we're our son now. Things are looking okay. I mean, I'm sad to see our old ruler go, but that's what's happening. We can befriend people now. We're playing the game. We're playing the hand that the game has dealt us. And I think we're playing it well. 10 months and we will no longer be over our domain. We got that hook against our liege, and he took a little bit of an opinion hit, but he still likes us. He grew some whiskers. He can keep it. I like it. Let's hire a fool because stress is a problem for me. So while we're waiting for our liege lord to come back so we can petition him, somebody in the Stormlands wants an alliance, wants to marry my sister, who hasn't even grown up yet. I think I'm going to use my... That sounds horrible. I think I'm going to use my sister to make more dynasty members for me. I don't have any foreign alliances. And I can't get this alliance back with Craighall because that alliance was through my former ruler and his sister. Or no, my former ruler and his daughter. Excuse me. She's married to somebody who's landed. We definitely don't want the line of succession to go through her. See, it says she's my player heir. We definitely don't want that. That's the last thing we want. I got the trait Hostiluter. Are there animals that we can kill? There's a boar sighting. There's a fox sighting. See if we can befriend somebody else. Having friends for him, since we're going down that diplomacy tree, having friends is a good thing. Like having a lot of friends. Let's get ourselves the hunter trait. It's a dangerous hunt. But that's how we're going to start our rule. We're starting it dangerously. We're starting it gloriously. Our befriend scheme didn't work. Every time I try to do that, the person that I'm trying to befriend meets none of the criteria of any of the decisions, and it always fails. I don't have a wife to help me cheat with this. Would have been nice to have a wife. We upset some peasants. All these people are like, declare me regent, declare me regent. Get out of my face. There's a 16% chance that we die. But every participant needs to help me. I don't want to risk my life. We brought it down. Okay, good. I didn't have to do it myself. Nice, got a bunch of prestige out of that. We got a really good item. Or a half-decent item. Just getting some free money, getting rid of some things that I know for sure that I'm not going to equip. We're keeping the regalia. Ooh. There's a 50% chance that we get the gardener trait. That's really good. That helps with stewardship and stress gain. There we go. That'll help counteract one of our personality traits. That'll help counteract ambitious. It'll improve opinions too. Ooh, this would be really nice, guys. Really, really nice. Let's hope this goes well. We got it. Okay, perfect. That's what I'm talking about. Can we ally with Dorne yet? Which is now under the control of House Fairgrave. That guy died. The guy that murdered me. How did he die? He ate some poisonous plants by mistake. He's an idiot. He's an absolute moron. But now Fairgrave is on the throne of Dorne. And she's a child. And when you're a child and you're ruling, it's a very dangerous situation for you. So I don't envy her situation. Things might change. Here, this might not last forever. I feel bad for her. She's been thrust into a big position at a young age. But technically, there's a Fairgrave on the throne of Dorne. No matter how temporary it might end up being. Can we get married now? Why am I not getting married? Do I have to go into the grand wedding thing? A promised grand wedding must be organized before the promise expires or you will incur penalties. Okay, so I have to do this manually, I guess. Do it in Fair Castle. It's between me and my spouse. Okay, good. I was getting worried there for a second. I was like, why isn't it going through? I have to do it manually. So let's get married to our wife. Our amazing wife. Parochial and zealot vassals will gain more opinion. Average prestige gain. Glory hound and courtly vassals will gain more opinion. Gain progress towards eager reveler. I just don't want this to turn out to be exorbitantly expensive. Increased opinion gain with all attending characters. Renown and prestige. Gain magnificent host. Alright, I was technically talking against I was talking against doing an all-out grand wedding, but I can afford it, and the benefits of doing everything at max seem to be amazing. I gain the trait Eager Reveler. Increase my intrigue. Courtly vassals like me a little bit more. Other revelers like me. Alright. Lord Robert, second of his name. My uncle just wrote me a poem. We're waiting for our betrothed. She's pretty. She's got looks like she's got blue eyes, like a light blue. And then once we get married, we're gonna have to dress her properly. There's 80 guests. We can change the intent very quickly. Can I seduce my wife? Is that the possibility? If I can, that would be nice. Yeah, let's do it. Let's seduce our wife. I mean, it's our wedding, of course. I think that's the whole point. Alright, everything's in place. The decorations are here. The food's here. Yeah, she has light blue eyes. She becomes my soulmate immediately. We didn't even have to do anything. We literally didn't have to do anything. All we had to do was choose our intent, and it happened. She's our soulmate. Weddings are just for politics. I steel myself as I wait for my future wife to join me. Just politics, I repeat to myself. How bad can it be? But nothing has prepared me for the moment I finally see Iris for the first time. No portrait or description could do justice to the gentle look on her face. No poet has ever sung a beauty such as hers. Time hangs still when our eyes meet, and everyone else seems to disappear. Then she smiles at me, and I know everything will be alright. Dad, your dad, before his untimely death, made an amazing decision for you, son. I'm glad you're enjoying the fruits of my labor. Found a soulmate. This is my sister. We can grow closer to becoming friends with her. Let's do that. As if organizing a wedding worthy of my family's stature wasn't stressful enough, I also have to deal with Iris's relatives. Her grandmother, Ranny, arrived bright and early today and has been following me around ever since, complaining about this or that nonstop. As I feel a splitting headache growing behind my eyes, she continues blabbering undeterred. A diplomacy challenge? This is right up my alley. Let's do this one. We're convincing our in-laws and stuff too. That's how good at diplomacy we are. The preparations and rituals of a wedding ceremony are many. In a lull in between them, I hear some snickering and scoffing coming from a group of Iris's relatives. When they see that they got my attention, Ronnie starts addressing me directly. It's truly a shame we couldn't find anyone better for poor Iris. What? She's still talking trash? We just had an event 2 seconds ago. No, I want this prestige. I want this prestige, damn it. Is that a challenge? Look at that. Confident groom. Iris is perfect for me. I like how I'm wearing armor to my wedding. I got some more piety. I got some more renown. Let's say I do. Let's say those 2 words every man fears to say. Wow. King Aegon is here? The Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm is here, and he's wearing underwear to my wedding. I guess he's the king. He can do whatever he wants. So. Let's be friendly with the Lord of the Seven Kingdoms. We can become friends with him. Wow. With how constant the constant changing of the Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, they seem to get replaced very frequently. So maybe being his friend isn't the best idea. This is one of my fellow vassals. We can try to be friends with him. He's got a nice personality. It'll give me some learning lifestyle. Alright, I'll do that. We just got court officials, so now we're within our domain limit. All these good things are falling into place. We're becoming soulmates with our wife. We're in our domain limit. We're befriending people that we need to befriend. I can gain the trait Confider. There's no downsides to it, really. I'm taking that trait. That's going to help with stress relief. Diplomacy perk. We're making 12 gold a month now. Wow. We're gonna get groomed to rule, but there's no rush. I don't have kids yet, but we just got confidants. Each friend that you have, minus stress gain. Look at all of the things that we're getting now that are gonna counteract the negative effects of our personality. Now that we have Confider, we lose stress. Now that we're an Eager Reveler... Oh, no, not Eager Reveler. Now that we're a Gardener, we don't take as much stress. Now that we're a Hunter, we don't take as... Or we lose more stress, so just all these things are going well. And it looks like this is how we're going to end the episode, guys, because we're about to hit an hour. We need to choose a new innovation. Development growth might be nice. Being exposed to land grants. Or maybe boosting my army and my men-at-arms regiments might be a good thing to do. Yeah, I'm gonna get this one. Every guest with at least one trait in common with you gains opinion. I don't care about the stress loss because we don't have any right now. Let's improve some opinions. People with at least one trait in common with me, so anybody who's diligent, just, ambitious, or temperate. I'm just going to scan through here. A lot of just people. There's a just. Just is very common in my culture. There's a temperate guy. Another temperate dude. Oh, yeah, we're doing this one. Long story short, we're doing that one. Alright, it's time. The betting ceremony. You are my greatest gift. The fire in the grate has started to wither, and I stare at its flames in silence. The light, its warmth. Lady Iris is searching for something in her wooden chest, and I take my eyes off the flames to look at her. Robert, she says, offering me a small package wrapped in silk. I've saved this since I heard of our betrothal, and now I offer it to you as a token of my love. A monthly renown plus 3%. We're dropping this terracotta toy fowl, and we're taking this. We're already soulmates, so improving her opinion even more is kind of irrelevant. Oh, no, we give her something in exchange. I also have something for you, so I guess this implies that we start getting it on. I'm doing it. We're getting it on. Uh-oh. As the banquet reached its climax, Iris's growing anxiety over the imminent betting ceremony was clear. We already betted. We got ahead of the game. We were too anxious, and we already started banging before the ceremony started. My new wife turns to me as the procession sets off to our chambers, pleading, Can't we do this without this? Yeah, we already did it. We already did it without this. Come, dear, it will be all right. Come on. She concedes. So look at all this. We got some money. We got married. We got a bunch of prestige. Now we're illustrious. Relieve stress. We get celebrated a magnificent wedding for 20 years. More prestige and renown. Opinions are great. What a great way to end an episode that started so unfortunately. Wow. Let's drop this terracotta fowl and get that up. We're currently getting 5 renown every month, and that's because we have a ruler on the throne of Dorne. So because we have a king, we're getting +1 renown. And she gives us 0.44 renown herself. And a +9% bonus from her domain, and she's wearing an old signet ring. So look at that. We're getting a bunch of renown. How close are we to our next legacy? We're halfway there, but we're about to become noteworthy. So we're coming up in the world, guys. We are rising up in the world. I still gotta get my sister betrothed off. I think I'll do that myself. I'll make that decision between the episodes. I'm being offered another marriage. You people are too far away. Why are all these people who appreciate my dynasty Why are they a million miles away? Alright, lords and ladies. That is how we're going to end this one. I got a lot of work cut out for me. But overall, I think this was a positive episode. We have a brand new ruler. We have a brand new wife. A nice young wife with the congenital traits. That is going to make us a very happy man. She's going to give us a bunch of children. So we have a lot to look forward to, guys. Let's end it by... she can keep her dress, but we need to give her... We need to give her a crown. A crown that rhymes with mine. Where is it? There. Alright. So, lords and ladies, that is going to do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was quite a roller coaster ride, but we handled it well. And I would even argue that we're in a better situation now that we're in control of our son and our new ruler than we were at the beginning of the episode. So things are looking good. We handled the situation well, and we have everything to look forward to. Great episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you would like to. I would love to accept you guys into the ranks of my vassals, my noble lords and ladies. Subscribe to the channel. Join us for future episodes of our series, and I will see you guys in the next one. Episode 8 will be coming at you soon, but until then, have a good one, guys.